Take a look around Midland and what do you see? Nicely kept yards, clean parks, and friendly neighborhoods. The vast majority of Midland's neighborhood streets are paved. However, there are several miles of unpaved roadway in the city. Paving these streets will not only improve transit, but will also improve quality of life. When streets are paved, people take more pride in the appearance of their homes and neighborhoods. The Midland City Council is diligently working to improve these areas.
It is important to the council that we get all of our streets paved. We have put on the council priority to do a mile of unpaved streets every year. And we want to make sure that the streets that we pave are done in a decent and proper manner, so we won't have to go back and start all over again.
Paving a street is a tedious and long process. It is more than just laying down asphalt. First, City Council must approve a street to be paved, and from there it is sent to Development Services. An initial survey is conducted to gather data of all surrounding objects such as power poles, water meters, and fire hydrants. The survey crew will also collect topographic information about the ground slope for drainage issues. All data and photographs are given to a city engineer, who puts the information into a drawing format in order to start the design process.
When our survey is received, we bring it into a computer program called AutoCAD. Once we have a good base drawing that shows where everything is, we start drawing on top of it of what we want to make that's new. We make note whether poles need to be moved, where we're going to put sidewalks if we're going to put them. Any other construction that has to be altered, are there signs in the way? Do they have to be moved? Is there a fire hydrant that needs to be moved? When we've completed the top part of the drawing, which is done as though we were looking down on it from above, then we move on to what we call the profile. And in this area, we try to show not just where are the curbs, but how high are they? Do we need to cut them down into the ground? Do they need to be raised up above the ground? Do they need to match the ground elevation? Since the water is going to be flowing on the street, we don't want the water to stop. If the water stops and stands, it will form a pothole. And so we want the street to have a constant slope to it, so the water will keep on moving and move on to the next street and on to the next until it meets a ditch.
Once the design is finished, the plans are sent to all utility companies for review and comment about any potential conflict with their services. After review, the engineer will then coordinate with the utility companies for adjustments that need to be made. The city suggests these adjustments be made before construction begins, but that is not always the case. The engineer is also responsible for creating a set of construction plans and specifications for the paving project. These plans are reviewed by the city's legal department and then placed on the City Council agenda for approval to bid out the paving project. After the bidding out of the project is approved, a purchase requisition with 10 sets of plans and specifications is sent to the purchasing division.
When we have a public works contract, engineering, in this case be for paving, would send us plans and specifications that will be sent out for bid. We will put the advertisement in the paper. It'll run for the 17 days. It's 10 days before the bid opens plus 7 before that. It'll also be advertised on the city's webpage. Then once the bids are opened, we will take it to council for final approval for the award.
Once the bid has been awarded, a contract is then drawn up by the project's engineer and sent to the contractor for signature and bonding. A pre-construction meeting is then set in place with the contractor, utility companies, police, city water and sewer, and emergency services. Finally, a notice is issued to the contractor to proceed. The process up to this point can take up to a minimum of 4 to 5 months. Now it is the contractor's responsibility to get the street paved, which of course depends upon the weather.
Once the contractor is ready to pave, he'll follow a set procedure to ensure a quality street. First, he will excavate the ground to subgrade by cutting approximately 10 inches below the pavement. Next, he will compact the subgrade by plowing and compacting dirt to a certain density, which will be checked by a city inspector. Concrete curbs will be laid on both sides. Caliche is then added and compacted with water, after which a prime coat, similar to oil, is applied to the top of the caliche. Then the street is paved with hot mix asphalt and inspected one final time to ensure proper density. Finally, the street is painted and open to traffic.
By now, another 1 to 2 months may have passed. Although the entire street paving process takes several months to complete, the wait is well worth it. Citizens can be assured that the street was constructed with the highest quality and care.